or ECG, or Emerson Group as I call it. Emerson Consulting Group is in Concord, Massachusetts, not far from here. And what we do is we help business experts become thought leaders. And we do that primarily by helping them publish their ideas. And that means to either publish them as a book or series of books or articles and published articles in business publications. And that's primarily what we do. We also help our clients with speaking engagements and traditional publicity. So we want to get them out there positioned as the leading thinkers in their fields. I've been a writer all my life. And I was thinking about how
professional writer or fiction?
A writer, you know, I mean, the first time I was published was when I was 10 years old, and I wrote a letter to Action Comics magazine. And Action Comics featured Superman. And some of us in this room are old enough to remember that. There was also, of course, when I was growing up in the 50s and early 60s, there was a TV show, Superman.
Right.
And I like every kid my age, watched it, faithfully. And I noticed that there didn't seem to be any episodes about kryptonite. So I wrote a letter to the editor of Action Comics. It was called Metropolis Mailbag. And what do you know? It got published. I was 10 years old. I was walking with my mother down to the store.
Aren't you the
There
talent?
it was. Oh, my God. I'm sitting there. And they wanted to let me know, by the way, the answer in no uncertain terms, that there actually were 10 episodes that had kryptonite in it. So I missed that. But I was published officially. I was a national. I wasn't paid for it, obviously, so I'm not professionally yet, but I was
Peter's the
nationally
same type of
published.
author. He's published too, but doesn't get paid.
Right. Well,
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. Well, he was writing the biography of Samson, wasn't he, back then?
No. This is the love story of the Vietnam era.
Okay. So that's how I got started in my writing career, and I wrote all through high school and college, and then I became a freelance journalist in my 20s. So I lived in Cambridge, and I wrote for Boston publications primarily. Spent a number of years doing that. I went from there, by the way, to start a wholly different kind of a program. It was a career transition program for professionals in midlife career crisis. It was called CareerScape, and it was all about creativity and asking yourself what you really want out of life rather than what the job market says and that kind of thing. And I did that for about 10 years.
Well, you must have had a big audience for that.
I had a very successful audience. I actually got publicity for it in the Globe and a number of times and on local TV, Boston TV. And the Globe in particular really, was got the word out about what it is that we were doing at the time. So, but I didn't write as much during those years. I did a lot of speaking, and both of those came together when I was involved with the Institute for Management Consultants, which is the professional organization for management consultants, very active here in Boston once upon a time. And I became active in that organization, and I learned that a lot of management consultants most of them actually are interested in getting their ideas published and getting the word out there and being seen as thought leaders. So I was personally ready for a career change myself at the time, and that was the right thing for me to do. And I picked up a few clients in the first month that I put myself out there, and that was 22 years ago, and I've been doing it ever since and still do it.